So obviously GTA 6 is scheduled to come out in 2025, and I wanted to go over the top 5 things that I want from GTA 6. But just before I get started, I'd like to know what you guys would actually want to see in GTA 6 as well. So make sure you leave it in the comments so then I can see some other ideas of what we could possibly have in GTA 6. Starting off, I want to have a realistic mode. Now, I know a lot of people might be like, oh, what the fuck, that's got nothing to do with GTA, that's very different from what GTA is. I completely understand, but just hear me out. Obviously, in Red Dead Redemption 2, the game got a bit more immersive, you know, you could grow out your hair and your beard, you know, if you shaved it, it wouldn't just spawn back, you had to take like hair tonics or wait a few days in-game in order to grow that hair back, and that's the sort of thing that I'm going with here, you know, and I know that's not the traditional way when it comes to GTA, and that's why I'm saying maybe a realistic mode. So maybe someone who wants to play a realistic mode can go into the settings and then just switch it on, and then you have a more realistic mode of GTA 6. Now, what would be included with a realistic mode are these things I'm going to list now. Hair growth, like I said, with Red Dead Redemption 2, we had a hair growth system. Again, with the weight change, we obviously saw this a part of GTA San Andreas, you know, where you could become quite fat or quite muscular, and we saw it with Red Dead Redemption 2 again, where you could become like quite fat as well, or just, you know, you just lean south. And I think that would be a good addition again in a realistic mode. Say if you eat too much, or, you know, you go to the gym again, so this would include the gym if you wanted to get muscular again, or, you know, anything like that. You starve yourself, you go dead skinny, you know what I'm on about. It's been implemented before by Rockstar, so I don't see why it would hurt if we did it again. Another thing would be getting guns from the trunk. Obviously in Red Dead Redemption 2, you got your guns off the horse, you know, you couldn't carry all your weapons with you. What you had to do was you had to go to your horse and pick which weapons you wanted. In this instance, don't have a horse, you have your car, you have a certain amount of, you have all your guns in the car or something like that, and you pick which guns from the trunk. I think LA Noire sort of did a similar thing as well before you do like one of the, I can't remember, like one of the shootout scenes. I haven't played much of LA Noire, which I need to do, and I know this. But I'm pretty sure you could get like a shotgun from a trunk or something like that. So I feel like this would be a good addition if, again, we did a realistic mode. Another thing would be like filling up your car if it's low on petrol. Mafia 2 did this. You know, this will just add to the immersion. And maybe if you had a realistic mode, you could toggle which ones you want on. Say you didn't want to fill up your car every bloody, you know, 20 minutes of driving or whatever like that, then you could toggle that off so you don't have to. Say if you just didn't want to grow your hair out, you couldn't toggle that on and off, you know, so then you're not stuck with things what you don't want to be in the realistic mode. Another thing for me is maybe a speed limit. Again, that was in Mafia 2. They did quite well with it. You could actually press a button where you drive up to the speed limit, so you don't have to keep looking to see if you've gone over or whatnot. It would like you'll get to that speed limit 60 miles per hour. I'm pretty sure it was like kind of set in one, and then yeah, you wouldn't be able to go over it, so you'd never get done by the police. But a speed limit would be quite cool. Creating more high speed chase with the police. You know, the police are chasing after you, and if you don't oblige to the police, then your wanted star goes up a bit more. You know, just creating it and making it a bit more entertaining. I think a realistic mode would really benefit GTA. Again, I understand it might be a bit out of the way when it comes to the traditional GTA way, but I feel like it wouldn't hurt to have a realistic mode. Secondly, I want the ability to buy houses, or if not houses, like apartments, anything like that, or, you know, more properties. Obviously, you could buy properties in GTA 5. I thought that was a welcomed addition with, like, the stock market as well, or whatever it was called. And obviously on GTA Online, you could buy houses and apartments, but you couldn't do it in the single player. And this always bothered me. I always thought this was going to be the case, considering the big factor of GTA 5 was that your money was going to actually mean something. In GTA 4, you'll get a lot of money, and you couldn't really spend it on anything other than clothes and guns and ammo. You couldn't buy cars or property or anything like that. And I thought leading into GTA 5, that was going to be the case. You know, you can buy cars, you can buy property, which is all well and good. You can buy guns, clothes, whatever, but you couldn't buy houses. And it just kind of confused me, like, I don't know, I thought that would have been a nice idea. And if a map's going to be quite big, why not have plenty of safe houses throughout the game? I know you might have plenty of safe houses throughout the game anyway, but let us buy some. You know, there's no harm in it. Again, in GTA San Andreas, you could do this, and then GTA Online, the multiplayer, you could do it as well. So I don't know why it shouldn't be an option in the single player. Moving on, I want more side activities. Now, that's not to say that GTA doesn't have enough side activities. There's plenty of things to do in the last GTA 5, you know, from parachuting, triathlons, you know, you can do stunt racing. There's plenty to do in GTA single player when it comes to side activities, but more what I want to see return to the side activities is like the Fight Club. You know, it wasn't actually called Fight Club. I can't remember what it was called. I think it was just, well, it was just fighting. Whereas in GTA 4, the Ballad of Gay Tony, you could do like this underground fighting where people would put bets on you and stuff like that. And you'll be in a cage and you'd have to go through a certain amount of stages and take on these opponents who walk into the cage. Some would come in with weapons. I think some might come in with 2. I can't really remember. But it was really good. The combat was quite decent in GTA 4 as well, as you were able to counter quite nicely, and the animations were quite cool with it. And yeah, I really enjoyed this, and I think a Fight Club would be quite decent and quite cool, and again would be something else to do with your money, you know, putting bets on that, you know, have a Fight Club going. I think that would be pretty cool. Another activity would be clubbing. Now, I do think this will actually be added. Again, this is being stolen straight from the Ballad of Gay Tony. How you could go to the club, you could do the little dance routines, which was quite cool. You could get smashed, you know, on drinks. You could drink loads and get just drunk, and you could also do the bouncer missions. Now, the bouncer missions were okay like the first 2 or 3 times, and then it was a bit repetitive. Same goes with the dancing, but it was still quite cool and a welcomed addition, and it wouldn't hurt at all, especially with the game being based in Miami. It'll be a welcomed addition, would make a lot of sense. And I feel like it would just do a great job. Also, the fact that GTA is known for having a great soundtrack. So it'll just add to it. It would add to the atmosphere of the game. And I think it'll be a welcomed addition. We then move on to Roman's favourite activity, which is, hey Nico, you want to go bowling? You know, let's add the bowling back. I know a lot of people didn't like the bowling. I didn't mind it at all. I liked the bowling. You know, I didn't mind it. I thought it was pretty cool. You know, this will be quite fun with friends on multiplayer. Whether, you know, I don't think friends on multiplayer will play it too much. But again, you've done it before in the past on GTA 4, and I thought it was quite decent then. So why not bring it back? You know, you have darts and arm wrestling in GTA 5, and not many people play that. But it's still a welcomed addition. Plenty of people still enjoy to play these things from time to time, and I think bowling would be a great one. Another one would be the is it the driving range, I think they're called, when it comes to golf. In the Ballad of Gay Tony, you have the driving range, which you did a mission on where you'd hit these golf balls, and you'd have to hit this person lying on the golf caddy. I think it was Rocky's name was, or Rocco, I can't exactly remember. And that was quite fun. I know we have golf in GTA 5, and that's quite cool. But why not add in the driving range as well, just to add to it a bit more? These are just a few activities I think could be added to GTA 6. And I think would make a big improvement on the game. The next thing I want to be included in GTA 6 is simple parkour movements. Now, before anyone starts thinking I want some in-depth parkour system like you have in Watch Dogs 2, that's definitely not the case. I'm not expecting Watch Dogs 2 sort of parkour or Mirror's Edge parkour, you know what I mean? I'm expecting the simple parkour like we had in GTA 4 and Red Dead Redemption. For whatever reason, we seem to have got rid of simply jumping on a ledge and like shimmying across it in GTA 5. I have no idea why we seem to have done that. It made no sense to me. When I was younger, I used to just love jumping onto ledges and like trying to see how far I could get up a building, or you know, it was just more exploration in my point of view. You know, and I never understood why they got rid of it. This was something what didn't need to be removed from the game. Again, it kind of confuses me on why. It's not something massive, I would say, but again, it kind of helps with exploration and also level design. You know, if you had the simple parkour, back into GTA 6, you can do a lot more with level design, in my opinion. You know, just opens up more opportunities rather than not having it at all. Like, it confuses me. I don't know why they got rid of it, but I want it back in GTA 6. And then finally, the last thing that I want in GTA 6 6 is better stealth mechanics. Now, obviously, we have a very basic and generic stealth system when it comes to the GTA series. I remember the best thing we've really got when it comes to stealth in GTA is GTA San Andreas, where you'd crouch walk up behind someone. Say if you had a knife in your hand, then you'll be able to stab him in the neck and it would finish them, you know, stuff like that. Nothing too much to it. But I feel like you could do something here if it came to better stealth. You know, more crouching. It just creates more opportunities and missions. And these are the sort of things I'm looking for in the next GTA. Not completely change up the level design necessarily, but just to add more creativity to a mission. Instead of having one way to do it, you know, you can have a stealth way of doing it where you don't get a wanted system or you don't have loads of people coming at you. And I understand this won't be the same for every mission, but it'll just be nice to have that opportunity in certain missions where you're crouching around, even going prone. I'm pretty sure the leaks had shown that you can go prone in GTA, so maybe if you're working on some sort of stealth system, I like the idea of prone being in GTA, and I think that's a good idea. And again, maybe this could add to a stealth system, like having silencers on weapons, because there's no point in having a silencer on a weapon if it means nothing. The whole point of having a silencer on a weapon is to stay quiet. So why is a 1 second you're shooting a silenced weapon, then like 30 seconds later it's all guns blazing anyway? You know, it should take a lot of skill, or maybe not a lot of skill, but it should take a tiny bit of skill and, you know, just give you something to think about, which makes the mission a lot more fun. And if you come to play the game again on a second playthrough or whatever, then it just makes it more fun to go down a different route instead of the same old route that we get in the first place. I just think it'll be a welcomed addition. I keep on saying that. I am sorry for repeating that so much. But those are the 5 things that I really want to see in GTA 6. Maybe some of you disagree with the things that I want to see in GTA 6. You know, it's just something that I want. It's not something what I'm saying needs to be in the game necessarily. But again, I am very interested to see what you guys want to see in GTA 6. What are your top 5 things? And if you don't want to list top 5, then just give me a few things to work with and we'll have a conversation in the comments section. As again, I am really hyped for GTA 6 and can't wait to see what new additions they bring to the game.